Strictly Come Dancing star Anton du Beke suspects it's becoming a father that has caused him to get more in touch with the sensitive side of his personality. Anton, whose twins George and Henrietta are 4.5, says, "I get more emotional these days than I ever did before. When I was dancing on the show I didn't get emotional that much at all, I was like granite. But now it's all the time. I'm not sure if it's having children that's done it, but I get emotional at the drop of a hat. And there's nothing that makes the ballroom veteran get teary-eyed quite like Strictly. There from day one, along with host Tess Daly, Judge Craig Revel Horwood and one of the brass players from the pit, the dancer-turned-judge credits the show not only with his career but with helping him find love. Speaking ahead of tomorrow's semi-final, the 55-year-old says, "It's been a massive part of my life for such a long time. I'll be eternally grateful to it." Anton, who wed marketing executive Hannah in 2017, adds, "It's afforded me so many lovely moments in my life, from the chance to work with Brucey, who was always my showbiz performing hero, to meeting my wonderful wife. I was at a do in a professional capacity when we met and I only got invited because I was a professional dancer on Strictly. I've met so many fabulous people because of the show. I've done so many wonderful things and I go on bended knee of a night to say thank you for all it's given me." Anton says this year's emotional highlight came 4 weeks ago when EastEnders star Rose Ayling-Ellis and partner Giovanni Pernice stopped the music for a magical moment of silence during their couple's choice routine. The actress, 27, said she was doing it for the deaf community. Anton says, "I love people who love the show, so when you get someone who really invests themselves in it I get very emotional. Being there since the beginning, it means so much to me, and then you get a moment like that in Rose's performance. All of that just makes me a wreck." Anton says he felt no nerves taking his place on the judges' panel alongside Craig, Motsi Mobuse and head judge Shirley Ballas. Bruno Tonioli was counted out this year because of uncertainty around COVID. Anton says, "I had an advantage that Motsi and Shirley didn't have because they came into the show cold. I didn't have to find my feet or get to grips with it all because I was already so familiar with it. It's been brilliant." And according to Anton, the show's professional dancers have been glad to see him on the panel too. "They've loved me being a judge," he says. "They've said they've completely agreed with what I've said. That's because I'm one of them and I know exactly what they're trying to achieve and I know exactly what they want to hear from the judges." So with Anton proving such a hit, could a permanent place on the judging panel be on the cards for him? He's giving nothing away, saying, "I haven't had any discussions about next year. We will have to wait and see." One person who definitely has her fingers crossed to see him back on the panel next year is long-term pal and professional dance partner Erin Bogue, in Strictly for 10 series until 2013. The pair are set to head off on their much-anticipated UK Showtime tour in the new year, complete with live vocals, a high-energy West End dance ensemble and a 23-piece orchestra. Erin, 46, mum to 7-year-old Ewan, says Anton has proved himself as a top judge. She says, "It's great to see him there. It's been a long time coming and he's very deserving of his place. I think his being there creates a perfect balance on the panel because he's debonair, he's tongue-in-cheek. He has the experience of being there and doing it. he also has the respect of the professionals and the celebrities because they know he knows what they've been through. I really hope they bring him back next year because he's been a great asset to the panel. With the final just a week away, Anton reckons the glitter ball could still be anyone's. He says, "You could choose any of the four in the semi-final to be the winner this year and it wouldn't be the wrong result. It's going to be great." Erin disagrees and has her sights set on one couple for the win. She says, "If I had to choose, I'd put my money on Rose and Giovanni. I've loved watching them and Rose is tremendous." Erin, who now teaches dancing as well as performing, says the last four couples, Rose and Giovanni, John Waite and Johannes Radebe, Reese Stevenson and Nancy Shu and AJ Adudu and Kai Witherington will be feeling the heat. Erin, who made the final twice, with Julian Clary and Colin Jackson, said, "They'll be exhausted, excited, emotional. Leaving in semi-final week is worse than leaving in week one, so I really feel for whoever leaves. It happened to me once, with Austin Healy, and I remember going out afterwards and crying because we'd worked so hard and just missed out on the final. I still feel the pain to this day." Anton also made it to the final twice, with Katie Durham in 2015 and again 4 years later with EastEnders actress Emma Barton, and says being guaranteed a starring role in this year's is a welcome perk. "It's lovely being still involved at this point because there have been lots of times when I've been sitting on the sidelines by now," he says. "You do feel a bit on the outside because once you're out, you're out. That's especially the case now with COVID because all the group dances are done in advance." And while he's sidestepped the pressure to compete this year, Anton has far from taken his foot off the gas. As well as gearing up for next year's tour, he's released a book and a Strictly DVD with fellow judge Motzi. He's also appearing as Buttons in Panto, and even does the school run. He says, "I love every bit of it. The kids watch the show. This is the first year really that they've watched it and they love that Daddy's on Strictly Come Dancing. Suddenly all the mums and dads are watching Strictly Come Dancing with their children. They think I'm marvelous, they can't all be wrong." Showtime tours the UK January 28 to March 30, 2022. Tickets from Anton in Live. Co.uk. Strictly Come Dancing is on Saturday, BBC One, 7:05 p.m.